Now we're here and we're attempting to have a dialogue. I've got a platform here. I've been coming here for the past 4 weeks. A platform to voice out my brother's voice, to voice out the other inmates that don't have a voice on the outside. And I'm attempting to have a dialogue with the Commonwealth Attorney, Amy Ashworth, with Sheriff Glenn Hill, and they both want to be re-elected. Now the person that that's running against Amy Ashworth for Commonwealth Attorney is Matt Lowry. Now, my question to you, sir, is I've got a platform. You have a platform. Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth Attorney, has a platform, and Sheriff Glenn has a platform. Now, what I'm going to do is attempt to have a dialogue. Every day I come here for the courthouse, and I attempt to have a dialogue. Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth Attorney, Internal Affairs 4 days ago called us. I recorded that conversation. Called us and told us that investigator Robert Drum has falsified Mustafa Al-Jazari police report. They found out that he falsified the police report, and the Internal Affairs found out that Amy Ashworth is protecting the police officer that lied on the police report, and she knew about it since day one. Now, that's not me saying it, that's Internal Affairs. I've recorded it. I put it on YouTube under Free Mustafa Al-Jazari. I put it on TikTok under Free Moses. Now, what I'm attempting is to have a dialogue, and my question to you is, sir, Matt Lowry, you're running on justice. You want to be the Commonwealth Attorney. I'm telling you that this is what I found out. That's what Internal Affairs is telling me. So this, at this point, is public opinion. I've recorded what Internal Affairs says. I publicized it for the whole entire community to know what they're doing behind closed doors. Now, Matt Lowry, sir, you want to be the Commonwealth Attorney, and you're running on justice. Now, you're asking for this community to vote for you. Knowing what you know, sir, what is your position on Amy Ashworth protecting a police officer that lied on a police report from day one? And that's not me saying it, sir. That's Internal Affairs First Sergeant Sean Shelton telling the Al-Jazari family that Amy Ashworth knew about the police report and she's protecting the police officer since day one. Now, my question to you, sir, if you come out to the community and you give out beautiful speeches, I don't know you, sir, but I looked you up and you sound like an honest man. You're running for justice. You tell the community that you're going to protect it. You're here for the community. But my question to you is, what is your position on a Commonwealth Attorney that's protecting a police officer? That's not me saying it. That's Internal Affairs. You listen to the audio. The community is listening to the audio. That's my question, sir. And it's my obligation to ask you the hard questions before we put you in office. At the end of the day, you're coming out to the community, you're giving out beautiful speeches, and you want us to vote you in. But before we vote you in, are you just as corrupt as Amy Ashworth? This is my question, sir. What is your position, sir? What is your position? Knowing what you know, I call on Governor Glenn Youngkin to clean out the swamps. There's so much corruption in this office, in the Commonwealth Attorney office. Look into what they're doing, sir. Look into Mustafa Al-Jazari's case. They falsified his police report. I have an audio that I'm going to email you. The same way I emailed to the FBI, the same way I put on YouTube, I'm going to email you, sir. And I'm going to have you listen to the audio of what Internal Affairs is saying about the Commonwealth Attorney here at Prince William County, Amy Ashworth. They're saying that they found out that a police report, investigator Robert Drum has falsified the police report, and Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth Attorney, has been protecting him since day one. Now I call on you, sir, to clean out the swamps. The swamp is here. It's in the Commonwealth Attorney office. Every day I come here, and I've been attempting to have a dialogue. And we're going to keep doing this until we have a dialogue. We want answers. My family wants the videos. They beat up my brother in jail. My family wants the videos. Now I've got a list of individuals, other families that also got abused, and it's a similar abuse. Muhammad Ikram Shardel, he's only 26. Sheriff Glenn Hill, he died inside that jail. Matt Lowry, what do you think about Muhammad Ikram Shardel? He died inside this jail. Robert Reed, he's only 39. That's his picture, sir. Matt Lowry, sir, what do you think about Robert Reed? He died inside that jail. On Sheriff Glenn Hill's watch, he died in that jail.
His family is here.
His family is here, and they want the videos. They can't move forward. They want to know what happened to Robert. Fernando Rodriguez Gallivan. He's only 25. Matt Lowry, sir. What is your position? He died inside that jail. He's only 25. Del Wayne Fox Jr. He was found dead inside that jail. Garcia Benitez. He's only 38. Matt Lowry, sir. You're asking this community to vote for you. What is your position from Garcia Benitez that was found inside this jail at Prince William County? On Sheriff Glenn Hill's watch, he died. The sheriff comes out 4 weeks ago. He comes out and he tells us. He comes up to me. He comes up to me and he tells me, son, what's going on in my jail? I'm here on this giant megaphone and I'm talking about my brother and I'm talking about these inmates. And he tells me, he comes up to me and tells me, what's going on in my jail? He's like, son, what's going on in my jail? I tell him, and he tells me I'm going to personally look into it. I've been coming here for 4 weeks. A week ago, Sheriff Glenn Hill would come out of that building. I would start asking him the hard questions. The sheriff runs back into the building. I kid you not, I've never seen an old man run so fast. He sprints back into the building. I'm like, what's going on with the sheriff? And then 2 days later, he comes out to me. All the families are here. And he comes out to me, he tells me, I just want to let you know that I'm not running the jail. I'm just a guy on the board. I told the sheriff, I'm like, Sheriff Glenn Hill, whether you're on the board, you're not on the board, my brother almost died inside your jail. My brother was beaten up, handcuffs behind his back, stripped naked, denied medical. Robert died on your watch. He died in your jail. He turns to the family. He's like, Robert, who? I've got it. Look at the video. Go on TikTok, Free Moses, and look what the sheriff tells the families. Now, Matt Lowry, sir, we know that Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth Attorney, is corrupt. And you're coming out, and you're putting yourself in a position where you want us to vote for you.
We're not asking Matt Lowry to comment on this case.
We're not asking you to comment or treat anybody, give anybody favors. No, sir. We're not asking for favors. But we're asking you, what is your position on this corruption? It's your obligation to come forward. You put yourself in a position where you're fighting for justice and you want this community to elect you. Well, sir, we have real problems in this community. We don't want someone that smiles and give out beautiful speeches. We want someone that takes care of this community.
Someone that's honest. Someone honest.
We want someone honest.
Integrity.
We want someone with integrity that takes care of this community. We don't want someone that gives out beautiful speeches. Because Amy Ashworth, she gives out beautiful speeches. If I didn't know what I know, I would think she's an angel. But I want someone honest, sir. I want to know what is your position on this. The community is demanding for you to give your position on this. You want votes? You want to be voted in?
When the community hears this,
the community is upset.
It is upset.
The community is upset. You're here for the community, sir. We want to know your position.
We want
to know your position on Mustafa Al-Jazari and his falsified police report.
They first find it hard to believe.
We want your position on Muhammad Ikram Shardel that died inside this jail. We want your position on Robert Reed that died in this jail. That's his picture right there. We want your position on Fernando Rodriguez Gallivan. We want your position on Del Wayne Fox Jr. They all died inside this jail. Garcia Benitez, he died inside that jail. These are all young men, 38.
Young, healthy
25, 39, 26. Governor Dwayne Youngkin.
What's going on in his jail?
We want to know your position, sir. A week ago, when was it? Like a month ago? Governor Youngkin, when was it?
April.
Governor Youngkin, you stopped by this jail facility at Prince William County, Adult Detention Center, and they showed you a beautiful side to the jail. Well, sir, I'm here. I'm reaching out to you, sir, because they lied to you, sir. Governor Youngkin, they lied to you. I'm here to tell you that they lied to you.
You should get your money back.
Governor Youngkin, you donated to this jail because they lied to you, sir.
He donated his first quarter salary.
I'm here to tell you, sir. How much did he donate out of his salary? Hey, Jason, how much? Jason, how much did he donate out of his salary?
Like $47,000. His first quarter salary.
His first quarter salary.
Donate it to this jail.
Donate it. You donate it to this jail.
So they can beat people.
So they continue to abuse. Sir, I'm telling you that they abuse correctional officer or Sheriff Glen Hill Watch. They abuse inmates.
Civil rights violations.
And there's a lot of civil rights violations. Now, what I've done, sir, Governor Youngkin, what I've done.
Third world stuff.
When they beat up my brother, I contacted the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice went in with an FBI agent. They're investigating my brother's beating. And what I started doing, I started circulating my number inside that jail, and a lot of inmates came forward, and they're telling me what the correctional officers are doing to them.
So what's going on with the grievance process then? If they're coming up to you?
Governor Youngkin, they investigate themselves, and they find nothing wrong that they did.
No wrongdoing.
They're lying on. They're beating up inmates, and they're lying. They investigated my brother, and they said he slept on water. He couldn't walk for 2 weeks.
They coerce inmates under the color of the law.
Let me tell you about Jason Castro, Governor Youngkin. His poor mother comes here every day with us and cry over her son. Now, Jason Castro, he tells me that a correctional officer, he wants me that if he just released the video to my mom, you're going to see that the correct officer beat me up. He was taunting me, was making fun of me, and then go in, punch me in the face, choke me, punch me in the face,
and handcuff
me and pepper spray. He tells me if you just have Captain Powell release the video to my mom, she's going to see that I'm innocent. But instead, the correctional officers, what they do? They put them in solitary confinement. They have a hearing process inside the jail. They turn off the tape recorder.
They coerce people.
They coerce that Jason
Inmates.
Castro. They tell him that if you say you're guilty, we're not gonna put you in solitary confinement. So they coerce him. He says, I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not gonna admit to something I didn't do. They had Jason Castro in solitary confinement for 9 months because they want him to say that he's the reason that why the correctional officer beat him up. Governor Youngkin, I ask you to look into the jail. There's a lot of kids that are hurt.
This is where you put your money.
Eric Gonzalez is another inmate.
This is where you put your money.
Eric Gonzalez is another inmate. They did the same thing to him. Governor, you donated your money into this jail. I'm here to tell you that they lied to you. And I'm going to email you, and I'm going to supply you with their information. And I ask you, sir, to look into this jail department in Prince William County, Adult Detention Center. I ask you to look into release the videos. You see what this lady says?
Release the videos.
She says release the videos. God bless you, ma'am. I ask you to keep us in your prayers. And follow the TikTok. Contact us. We're here every day, by the way. And we just want for justice.
Every day.
The TikTok is Free Moses. God bless you, ma'am.
God bless you.
Yes, ma'am. Always, every day. And we're going to keep calling on Sheriff Glen Hill to release the videos. You're telling us that your correctional officer did nothing wrong. Release the videos. And we're going to come here every day, and we're going to attempt to have a dialogue. In the most unusual way of having a dialogue. Over a giant megaphone. Because the process is so corrupt that when you go to them, they bombard you with a loophole. We FOIA requested the videos for Mustafa Al-Jazari's beating. The superintendent sends us a letter, tells us, I have the videos, but I'm not releasing them. Well, superintendent, sir, if you did nothing wrong, why are you not releasing the videos? Sheriff Glen Hill comes up to us, and he tells me, I'm just a guy on the board, write me an email. He thinks we're stupid. He said, I'm going to write him an email, and a year later, 2 years. Sir, it's 2023. How hard is it to release a video? You've got a giant camera inside your house. Release it. Let us see what you did to my brother. Let us see what you did to Muhammad Ikram Sherdel. Let us see what you did to Robert. Let us see what you did to Fernando Rodriguez. Let us see what you did to Del Wayne Fox Jr., Garcia Benitez,
Jason
Castro, Eric Gonzalez, sir, Mustafa Al-Jazari, sir. This is a community that's demanding answers, and we're going to be here every day, and we're going to attempt to have a dialogue over this giant megaphone. And the Department of Justice is working, sir. We're taking all these complaints, all this evidence to the Department of Justice. The FBI is investigating, the Department of Justice is investigating, and Sheriff Glen Hill, my message to you is hold your correctional officer accountable before you are held accountable by the Department of Justice. Amy Ashworth, ma'am. Internal Affairs is telling us you're protecting a police officer. I've got this on audio. and the FBI has it. And they're investigating your house. It's only a matter of time before you start getting phone calls from all the governors. What are you doing in the office, man? What are you doing behind closed doors? Every day we're going to be here. We're going to attempt to have this conversation in the most unusual way.
Your job is to protect the community.
Your job is to protect the community. Your job is not to cover...
protect corrupt cops.
Exactly. Your job is to protect the community and not to protect police officers that are corrupt.
That lie.
That lie.
Under
they
oath.
Use a badge.
Lie.
They use a uniform to lie and abuse this community.
Lie under oath.
They swear an oath and they're lying. I'm not here telling you that every officer is bad. No, I support the police department.
Robert Drum went before a grand jury.
The police department, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, especially when internal affairs is telling us 4 days ago that investigator Robert Drum has lied on the police report. This is what internal affairs is saying, sir. I've recorded it. I publicized it on YouTube. And they told us that Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth attorney, knew about it since day one.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that, sir? You've got a suit, a tie, you probably have a badge, a job inside here. How do you feel about that done to your community? Now, Nazi Germany wasn't built in one day, sir. But I'll tell you what I've done. I took the audio recording from Internal Affairs and I took it to the FBI. They're investigating this house. That's what I did. I publicize it on YouTube where the community sees it. It's my job to do that. It's my civil duty to do that. As I'm part of this community. I want this community to be safe for my family and all the families that live in this community. Today's my brother. Tomorrow is going to be your brother, sir. It's going to be your brother. It's going to be your son. We live in a time where they want to turn this country into a third world country. But I'll tell you, not on my watch. Not on my watch. I didn't serve 2 years out of my life overseas to come back here and coward away. They threatened my family is here. They threatened me, I'm here. And I ask the Lord to give us the strength to go up against these tyrants. Sheriff Glenn Hill is a tyrant. Amy Ashworth, the Commonwealth attorney, is a tyrant. That's not me saying it anymore. Internal Affairs is saying it. But I ask the Lord to give us strength to keep going. To go against these tyrants. And the Lord is working. The Lord is working. And He's going to see my family. He's going to see Robert Reed's family through this. He's going to see Jason Castro's mom, Argy, through this. He's going to see Eric Gonzalez. He's going to see my brother Mustafa Al-Jazari through this. The Lord is working.
Justice will prevail.
Justice will prevail. And the Lord is going to see us through all this. Sergeant Daniels, Correctional Officer Suda,